Don't scroll, listen carefully. The air around you isn't just still, it's alive. A calm wind stirs across your skin, carrying the scent of something ancient, something holy. Emerald light flickers softly at the edge of your vision, and before you even realize it, your breath slows down. You feel a strange warmth rising from your chest, not heat, but peace. The kind that doesn't belong to this world. It feels as if an unseen presence is standing just behind you, whispering your name in a voice that sounds like the ocean at midnight. This isn't coincidence. Archangel Raphael is near. He's not just a name from old scriptures or forgotten prayers. He is the healer of broken souls, the angel of divine medicine, the light that finds what human hearts try to bury. Tonight, that light is seeking you. You may think you just stumbled on this message by chance, but Raphael doesn't work with coincidence. He works with divine timing. If you feel the pull inside your chest right now, don't ignore it. That's your soul remembering something, a promise you made long ago. Subscribe only if you feel drawn to touch the emerald light of heaven, to walk under the wings of healing angels, and to seek truths that can restore your soul. And type Amen in the comments if you can feel this energy right now. The silence around you deepens, and Raphael's light grows brighter. It isn't a light that burns, it soothes. It moves through the air like gentle rain, brushing away layers of old fear. You sense that what's about to unfold will not just change your understanding of who you are, it will remind you why you came here. Because somewhere behind your everyday life, your laughter, your struggles, there's a buried story that your soul never forgot. Raphael's voice enters your mind, not through words, but through knowing. The body forgets, he whispers, but the soul remembers. It carries the wound across lifetimes until it finds light willing to heal it. You feel a shiver, not from cold, but from truth. Suddenly, flashes begin behind your eyes, images that aren't from this life. A woman standing beside a river, holding a broken locket. A soldier kneeling in the dust, whispering a prayer before battle. A child watching someone walk away forever. You don't know who they are, but deep down, you do. These are fragments of you. Pieces from another existence still echoing inside your soul. Raphael's emerald aura expands, and for a moment, you are standing in a place between worlds. The ground beneath you glows softly like polished stone. The air tastes like rain and honey. The sound, it's not music, it's a vibration, as if the universe itself is breathing. Here, time bends. The past isn't behind you anymore, it's beside you. You've carried pain longer than you were meant to, Raphael says gently. You called it fate, you called it bad luck, but it was memory, a fragment waiting for your awareness. You look down, and in your hands appears a single feather, emerald, luminous, weightless. It vibrates with every heartbeat. The angel's voice continues, "This feather is your permission to see. Not with eyes, but with truth." You feel your chest tighten as emotions rise, grief, confusion, a sudden wave of longing. It's like remembering a song you once knew by heart but can't quite hum anymore. Raphael guides you closer to a mirror suspended in light. The reflection isn't your body, it's your essence. Threads of light and shadow swirl around your soul's image. The emerald glow reveals something hidden under those threads, a wound, pulsing faintly like an ember in ashes. You see it? Raphael asks. This is not punishment. This is unfinished healing. Tears form without warning. Because in that light, you feel the truth, the ache you've carried for years, the pattern that keeps repeating, was never random. The people who hurt you, the ones who left, the dreams that broke, they were all mirrors. Every moment of rejection or loss was designed to remind your soul of something older, deeper. As the light pulses, Raphael's voice becomes both tender and commanding. In the Book of Tobit, he reminds you, I was sent not to destroy but to heal. I restored the blind. I freed a woman haunted by dark spirits. I guided the lost through dangerous paths. The same healing I brought to Tobias, I now bring to you. The air hums. You can almost feel wings move through the space, invisible but vast. You realize, this isn't about religion. It's about restoration. It's about reclaiming pieces of your energy scattered through time. The feather in your hand dissolves into light and flows into your heart. For a heartbeat, you see your life flash before you, every heartbreak, every failure, every time you thought, why me? And now you see the pattern connecting them. Each one is a doorway. Each pain was the echo of a wound that began in another life. Your pulse slows. The fear that once defined you begins to melt away. A strange serenity settles in. You whisper softly, almost without realizing it, show me. Raphael's light answers instantly. The emerald glow brightens until everything fades, your room, your body, even your sense of time. There's only the pulse of your soul, alive in the green fire of divine healing. You don't know what you're about to see, but you know it's the truth your spirit has waited centuries to face. And then, in the hush between two breaths, Raphael whispers the words that begin your awakening. Your trauma was never your enemy, it was your teacher. The light deepens, and as it wraps around you, you sense that this is just the beginning, the first doorway into the forgotten corridors of your past life, where the secret of your pain and the key to your purpose have always been one and the same. The emerald glow softens, and you find yourself standing before the mirror again, not of glass, but of light. It hums quietly, alive with energy. The reflection stares back at you, and this time it shifts, your face dissolves into mist, forming another version of you, dressed in clothes from centuries ago. A heartbeat thunders in your ears. You know that what you're about to witness isn't imagination. It's remembrance. Raphael's voice whispers from behind the veil, calm yet firm. Do not fear what you see. The past is not returning to harm you, it is unfolding to free you. The mirror ripples, and suddenly you're no longer watching, you're inside it. A chill runs through your bones as you step onto a cobblestone street under a sky painted in shades of storm. You hear the faint echo of a bell, the smell of rain-soaked earth, the distant cry of someone calling a name that feels eerily familiar, your name, but not the one you use in this lifetime. You glance down, your hands are different, slender, calloused from work. You're holding a small wooden charm, the same symbol that once appeared in your dreams but you never understood. A cross with an emerald center. Raphael's presence flickers beside you, invisible but near. This, he says, was the life where your soul fractured. A woman appears in front of you. Her face is gentle, her eyes wide with the kind of sorrow that burns deeper than fire. You love her, not as a stranger, but as someone your soul still remembers. You reach out, but she shakes her head. Tears spill down her cheeks. You hear her voice, trembling, almost breaking, "Forgive me." Then light explodes. She vanishes. Smoke, screams, the sound of chains, the burning scent of betrayal. You fall to your knees as the world collapses around you, and suddenly it's gone, darkness swallows everything. You open your eyes, trembling. You're back in the light realm with Raphael. The angel's gaze is compassionate but unyielding. That moment, he says, is where you learn to fear love. You vowed never to trust, never to be open again. And that vow, sealed in pain, became the root of every heartbreak since. You stare at your hands, the memory still trembling in your fingertips. But that was another lifetime, you whisper. Yes, Raphael replies, but energy does not die. It transforms. What you didn't forgive then, you relive now, until forgiveness is complete. The truth hits hard. Suddenly your current struggles, the repeated disappointments, the people who vanish just when you begin to trust them, make sense. They aren't curses. They are mirrors reflecting that old vow. You realize that you have been reliving the same emotional scene, lifetime after lifetime, trying to change the ending. Raphael steps closer. His light is softer now, like dawn breaking after centuries of night. The trauma you carry was not your punishment, it was your initiation. Every soul that awakens must remember where it first fell asleep. You close your eyes and take a deep breath. The air feels different, heavier, but sacred. The angel gestures, and a ripple of sound passes through the light, a heartbeat that isn't yours, yet feels connected to you. This is the rhythm of your soul's memory, Raphael says. Every pulse carries a story. You begin to hear whispers, fragments of other lifetimes. A monk in a silent monastery, writing words of devotion. A mother waiting for a child who never returns. A healer burned for using divine herbs. Each life echoes the same wound, love lost, faith broken, hope abandoned. Tears fall freely now, but they're cleansing, not painful. Raphael's wings unfold, vast and shimmering, wrapping the air in emerald radiance. You have seen enough to understand, he says softly. Now you must feel what you refused to feel then. Let the grief move through you, not as punishment, but as release. Your body trembles. Waves of emotion rush through you, grief, regret, anger, forgiveness, all blending into one ocean of surrender. You feel the weight of centuries lifting off your shoulders, like heavy stones dissolving into light. Raphael kneels beside you, and his voice drops to a whisper. In the ancient scriptures, Tobias was guided by my light to heal his father's blindness. That blindness was more than physical, it was the blindness of pain unacknowledged. You, too, have lived blind to your own wound. Now, sight is returning. You take another breath, deep, trembling, real. The emerald glow flares brighter around your heart. For the first time, you feel the weight of compassion for yourself. You no longer hate the choices you made, the people you lost, the tears you shed. You see them as the map back to your wholeness. Raphael rises, wings stretching across infinity. You are ready to reclaim your contract, he says. To see what you agreed to carry, and to decide whether it still serves your path. The mirror of light begins to dissolve, but before it disappears, you see one last image, yourself, standing strong, eyes clear, heart open. The wound that once pulsed with darkness now glows faintly, healing in motion. You whisper, "I'm not afraid anymore." And Raphael answers, "Then the past no longer owns you." The emerald realm shimmers once more, and the wind changes, warm, fragrant, alive with renewal. Somewhere in the silence, you feel the presence of every lifetime that has ever been you, all bowing in gratitude. The soul circle begins to close, but a new light is forming ahead, the path to the deeper truth, the vow that created your present. Raphael's final whisper echoes as the scene fades, "You cannot heal what you will not face, and you have faced it." The light holds you gently as everything dissolves into peace. And then, a quiet pulse of emerald flame signals the next revelation waiting beyond memory. The light around you steadies. It's no longer overwhelming, it's calm, warm, deliberate. You feel as though you've crossed a threshold, and Raphael now stands before you fully visible. His eyes shine like deep rivers of emerald fire, ancient yet endlessly kind. His wings shimmer with shifting light, each feather humming a sacred tone that vibrates through your chest. "You have remembered the pain," he says, his voice like a song inside your mind. "Now you must remember the agreement that shaped it." You take a step forward. The ground beneath your feet glows in circles of living symbols, golden lines, spinning slowly, forming what looks like a covenant. Raphael extends his hand, and an ancient scroll manifests in the air between you. It glows faintly, sealed by light that no human hand could write. "This," he explains, "is your soul's contract of suffering." You hesitate. "Why would I agree to that?" Raphael smiles, not with judgment, but with deep understanding. "Because pain teaches what comfort hides." Every soul, before entering the human realm, writes intentions in the language of experience. You wanted to learn compassion, and you chose the road that would require it. He unrolls the scroll. The letters aren't words, they are living energy, flowing, reshaping. They reveal fragments of promises made in lifetimes past. "I will bear what others cannot. I will learn love through loss. I will carry the darkness until I remember my own light." The sight stirs something inside you, a mix of awe and grief. "So all the times I was broken, were lessons," you whisper. "Lessons," Raphael says softly, "and mirrors. Every betrayal, every rejection, every closed door was an echo of this vow, to love even when love is taken away." Your knees weaken. You sit upon the luminous floor, trembling. "But why didn't I stop it sooner? Why did I let it keep happening?" Raphael's wings lower, wrapping around you like a warm cloak. Because vows are powerful. They continue until consciously released. You thought you were trapped by fate, but you were honoring a promise your soul forgot it made. The universe only mirrored what you declared long ago. You look up, and the scroll now glows brighter. Words of light rise from its surface, swirling around you, revealing faces, people from your current life. Friends, lovers, enemies, family, all connected through threads of emerald and gold. They were part of the agreement too, Raphael explains. Each one volunteered to play their role so that your soul could awaken through them. You stare in disbelief. Even the ones who hurt me? Especially them, Raphael says. Their actions carved the openings where light could enter. They forced you to look inward, to find the divine core untouched by pain. Without them, you would never have remembered your strength. You feel something loosen inside you, the old resistance dissolving into understanding. So it was never punishment, you murmur, half to yourself. No, Raphael whispers. It was sacred preparation. A single feather detaches from his wing and drifts into your hands. It vibrates with a soft hum, radiating peace. This feather represents choice, he says. Every vow, no matter how ancient, can be rewritten through free will. The soul's signature is never final, it is living. You hold the feather to your chest, and instantly you see scenes from your life, every heartbreak, every lonely night, every time you said never again, now seen through a new lens. Not as random suffering, but as divine choreography. Can I end it? You ask, trembling. Can I release this contract now? Raphael steps closer. His emerald aura expands until you can no longer see the edges of his form. Yes, he says. But not by erasing it, by transforming it. What was once an oath of suffering will become a covenant of healing. You will no longer carry pain to learn love. You will carry love to heal pain. The scroll bursts into green light, the symbols rising and spiraling around your body. The energy is overwhelming, hot and cool at once, ancient and new. You feel something tear, not in pain but in liberation, as if invisible chains snap one by one around your heart. Raphael lifts his hand. Repeat these words, he instructs gently. You take a deep breath. I release all vows made in fear. I bless every soul who played their part. I claim my freedom through divine compassion. I choose love without suffering. As you speak, the air vibrates. The symbols dissolve into radiant dust, swirling upward into the heavens. The sound of 1,000 soft bells fills the realm. You realize, the contract is no longer binding. Raphael's wings unfold fully, casting a shadow made of light itself. Now you begin to live not by the wounds of your past, he says, but by the wisdom of your healing. You close your eyes, and in that stillness, you feel it, a new rhythm, a new truth pulsing through your being. Your soul is lighter. The grief that once clung to you now feels like memory, not identity. Raphael smiles faintly. When Tobias journeyed with me, he reminds you, he faced monsters and demons on the road, yet each battle purified him. His father's sight was restored only when faith was greater than fear. The same miracle unfolds in you now. The emerald light around you begins to shimmer like morning sunlight breaking through rain. You hear the soft echo of your own heartbeat syncing with the rhythm of the universe. It's not just symbolic, it's real. The contract of suffering has turned into a bridge of strength. Raphael gazes at you with eternal patience. You were never broken, he whispers. You were refining the gold within your soul. You bow your head, tears of gratitude falling freely. Then what happens now? The angel's answer is simple, yet infinite. Now, he says, you will face the moment when your heart must decide whether to keep holding on to the past, or to finally let it die. The words echo like thunder wrapped in silk. The green light begins to swirl faster, forming a doorway ahead, not of escape, but of transformation. Raphael gestures toward it. The cord that binds you to pain lies beyond this gate. Walk through, and you will face your own shadow. But you will not face it alone. The gate pulses once, and in its emerald radiance, you see your reflection again, no longer broken, but ready. You take a step forward. Raphael's voice follows you like a breath of divine wind. Courage, beloved one. The soul's liberation begins when the heart forgives itself. The emerald gate opens with a sound like thunder wrapped in a hymn. You step through, and the air shifts instantly. It's colder here, quieter, but not empty. It feels like the center of all the echoes you've ever carried. The place where your pain, your guilt, your forgotten memories have been waiting, like abandoned children, for you to return. The ground beneath you looks like glass, but it pulses faintly with light, every pulse matching the rhythm of your heartbeat. You realize this isn't just a place. It's your soul itself. Every wall, every ripple, every vibration around you is made of emotion you once refused to feel. Raphael walks beside you, his wings brushing the air with the faint sound of wind through leaves. This is the heart's inner temple, he says softly. And at its center lies the cord, the binding thread between who you were and who you are. In the distance, you see it, a beam of dark energy twisting upward, shimmering like smoke frozen in motion. It's beautiful and terrible at the same time. The closer you get, the heavier the air becomes, as though invisible hands are pulling you back. Fear whispers at the edge of your thoughts, don't go closer. You're not ready. But Raphael's light steadies you. You are ready, he says. You always were. You take another step, then another. The energy of the cord begins to pulse faster, reacting to your presence. It hums like a voice trapped in glass. You can hear words in it now, cries, regrets, broken promises, all fragments of your own voice from lifetimes past. I loved you, it whispers. I failed you. I'll never love again. I don't deserve healing. Every phrase pierces your chest like a memory resurfacing. You realize this cord isn't just made of trauma, it's made of the vows you spoke in pain, the identities you adopted to survive. The healer who couldn't heal herself. The lover who lost everything. The warrior who vowed never to trust again. You fall to your knees, trembling. Raphael, you whisper, it feels like it's alive. It is, the angel says, kneeling beside you. His voice is tender, but unflinching. It feeds on emotion untransformed. But now, you will take back what belongs to you. He extends his hand, and from his palm emerges a sword, not of metal, but of light. It glows emerald and gold, humming with divine vibration. This, he says, is the sword of restoration. It cuts nothing but illusion. It harms nothing but fear. You reach for it, hesitant at first. But when your fingers wrap around the hilt, the sword feels familiar, as if it's always been yours. The light flows into your veins, warm and alive, clearing your thoughts until only truth remains. Raphael's eyes meet yours. Before you strike, you must understand, the cord cannot be destroyed through anger. Only through love. Every fragment attached to it is a version of you that once needed to survive. When you free them, do so gently. You nod. The air thickens. The cord trembles as if aware of what's coming. You take a deep breath and raise the sword. But before you strike, memories rush forward, every heartbreak, every sleepless night, every betrayal that shaped you. You see the faces of those who hurt you, the moments you begged for answers, the prayers you thought went unheard. And suddenly, you realize, every one of them was part of this cord. Your eyes fill with tears. I forgive you, you whisper, but then you add, I forgive me, too. The moment you speak those words, the sword flares with unbearable brilliance. You swing it downward, not in rage, but in peace. The blade cuts through the cord, and the sound it makes isn't destruction, it's release. A burst of light erupts, so bright you can't see. Every echo, every voice, every memory shatters into dust, not gone, but transformed into light. You collapse to the ground, overwhelmed. The air trembles, vibrating with waves of freedom. You feel the weight of centuries lifting, like invisible chains snapping one by one. Raphael kneels beside you, placing a hand over your heart. Breathe, he says. The old energy is leaving your field. Let it go. You breathe in, and the air feels different, lighter, cleaner, sacred. As you exhale, wisps of shadow leave your body, vanishing into the emerald light. Your heartbeat slows, your mind stills. For the first time in lifetimes, you feel empty, not in pain, but in peace. You look up at Raphael. It's over? He smiles faintly. The battle is over. But the healing has just begun. When Tobias restored his father's sight, it was not through strength, but through surrender. You, too, have opened your eyes. The blindness of pain is gone. As his words echo, the entire realm begins to shift. The once dark space now glows with radiant gold and green. The glass beneath your feet transforms into flowing water, pure, luminous, alive. You watch your reflection ripple, no longer fractured, no longer shadowed. You look whole. Raphael lifts his hand, and a soft rain begins to fall, not water, but shimmering droplets of emerald light. Each droplet touches your skin and melts into warmth, healing wounds you never knew were there. Scars fade. Doubts dissolve. You feel your soul rewriting its story. From this moment, Raphael says, you are no longer bound by your past. Every step you take from here will create a new timeline, one not built on survival, but on divine purpose. The energy you once used to hide will now become the power to heal others. You close your eyes and listen, and in the distance, you hear singing. Countless voices, like choirs of souls freed from silence. You realize they are all the fragments of yourself, the parts that were trapped within the cord, now returning home. They whisper as they fade into light, "Thank you for freeing us. Thank you for remembering." You open your eyes. The realm is bright now, almost blinding in its beauty. Raphael stands tall before you, wings outstretched, radiating endless grace. "This," he says, "is what freedom feels like, not loud, not dramatic, but quiet and eternal. You have done what few dare to do, face your own soul." You take a deep breath, and the air fills your lungs like new life. The emerald glow pulses gently, steady, like a heartbeat in harmony with the universe. And then Raphael speaks one final time, voice soft as dawn, "Remember, beloved one, light is not found by escaping the dark, but by transforming it." The rain of light slows, and the realm begins to fade into soft silence. You sense that the next step will be rebirth, not as who you were, but as who you were always meant to become. You smile faintly, your heart steady. The past no longer chases you. The cord is gone. The story continues, but this time, you are the author. The silence that follows feels alive, not empty, but sacred. You stand still, barefoot upon the glowing water that now reflects a sky of pure emerald fire. Every breath feels like a prayer, every heartbeat like a hymn. The storm has passed, and yet what fills the space now is not relief, but reverence. Raphael stands before you, radiant as dawn. His wings arch across the horizon like twin auroras, painting the heavens with rivers of green and gold. "You've done what many fear," he says softly. "You've faced your own creation and chosen love instead of pain. Now, you will be reborn." You close your eyes. For a moment, there's no body, no thought, no memory, only light. You feel yourself dissolving into it, and the light dissolving into you, until the boundary between you and the divine no longer exists. The emerald radiance flows through your veins like new blood, rewriting the vibration of your being. Images begin to appear again, but they're different now. You see your past lifetimes, not as wounds, but as stories of courage. The healer who was condemned for her light now smiles in peace. The warrior who died alone now rests in victory. The child who lost everything now dances in fields of sun. All of them, you, bow together, merging into a single beam of living light. Raphael's voice echoes through eternity, every life was a thread. Every sorrow was a note. And together, they have woven the song of your resurrection. The water beneath you begins to rise, swirling gently upward until it becomes a pillar of light. You are lifted higher, weightless, as the entire realm hums with sacred vibration. You feel energy expanding from your heart, outward, endlessly, until the entire space is breathing with you. For a moment, you glimpse yourself as Raphael sees you, a soul made of gold and emerald, crowned with resilience, anointed by purpose. You are no longer the seeker. You have become the vessel of healing itself. Raphael steps closer, placing a hand over your heart. His touch feels like sunlight entering your bloodstream. The trauma that once ruled you, he says, has become the medicine you will carry to others. You will no longer ask, "Why me?" You will say, "Through me." For every wound you've healed within, light will flow outward to heal the world. Your eyes fill with tears again, but this time, they aren't from sorrow. They're from awe. "I don't know how to begin," you whisper. He smiles, a radiant warmth that feels like home. You already have. Every breath you take in peace is a prayer answered for someone who still suffers. Every moment you choose love, you break another chain for another soul. He raises his other hand, and a halo of emerald light surrounds your head. It spins slowly, merging into your aura until you shine with the same frequency as his. From this moment, Raphael declares, you are an extension of divine compassion. Walk this earth not to escape its pain, but to transform it. You are not a survivor. You are a healer reborn. The world trembles with soft thunder as his words settle into your being. You feel yourself expanding, beyond time, beyond fear, beyond doubt. You are everywhere and nowhere, within and without. And then, slowly, gently, you return to yourself, to the present moment, to your body, to your breath. You open your eyes. The emerald realm fades, replaced by the soft glow of reality. You're still sitting where you began, but everything is different. The air feels cleaner. The weight in your chest is gone. Even the shadows in your mind seem filled with quiet light. Raphael's voice lingers, a whisper woven into the air around you. Your past life's greatest trauma was never a curse, it was the seed. Every tear watered it. Every heartbreak opened it. And now, it blooms into wisdom, grace, and purpose. You stand slowly, realizing that your body feels new. Stronger. Lighter. Every cell hums with divine rhythm. You walk to the window, the sky outside seems brighter, the colors deeper. You understand now that nothing around you has changed, you have. Raphael's final words come like wind over calm water. You are the miracle you were waiting for. You breathe deeply, and the world breathes with you. The sound of distant rain feels like heaven's applause. You whisper softly to yourself, I am whole. And in that stillness, just before the moment fades, you hear the angels whisper once more, quiet, eternal, infinite, breathe now. Raphael is still here with you. If this message reached your soul, it wasn't by accident. Archangel Raphael guided you here for a reason. Every second you've spent listening, every shiver that touched your heart, that was divine confirmation. The healing has begun. But it doesn't stop here. There are more revelations waiting for you. Deeper truths, stronger miracles, and messages that will awaken your spirit beyond what you can imagine. So before you scroll away, subscribe to this channel. Let this be your sacred space, your emerald sanctuary of light. Every new video is a new step into divine awareness, where the angels speak not to your mind, but to your soul. Don't miss what's coming next. The next message might hold the one sentence that changes everything for you, your health, your destiny, your peace. If you can feel Raphael's presence right now, don't ignore it. Type Amen in the comments to seal your healing in light. And share this with someone who needs hope, because sometimes, heaven uses you as the messenger. Remember, when you feel lost, look for the emerald glow. That's Raphael reminding you, healing isn't about forgetting what happened. It's about remembering who you truly are. Stay blessed, stay awake, and stay under the wings of divine light. Archangel Raphael is with you, always.